Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 12.
Happy Christmas Eve to anybody who celebrate Christmas. Yes. Even though we are on break, I brought my uniform. I'm ready to work.
All right.
I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. Blair, walk us through this.
Okay, before we get into the episode, y'all, we seen the videos.
Okay.
We seen the videos of Karen, and it was bad, y'all. It was bad. It was very bad. I hope that Karen does get the help that she needs. But, you know, I was thinking a little bit.
What are you thinking about?
And I know this is going to sound crazy.
No, say it.
I know that she's the part about the Thomas Jefferson concubine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking to myself, you know, maybe this is a bigger metaphor for being F by the system, F by the man. So maybe we're all Thomas Jefferson's concubine.
I'm not no Thomas Jefferson concubine. I'm not getting F by nobody. Okay, I'll tell you that right now, right?
Maybe we all got a little bit of concubine in us.
Man, no, I ain't got no.
No?
I ain't got no concubine, anything in me. Okay.
So hopefully Karen gets the help that she needs, and hopefully she can, you know, do what she needs to do, stand up to the system, as we all will, you know, stop being concubines to Thomas Jefferson.
Stop calling me a concubine. I'm not a concubine of no Thomas Jefferson system.
Okay.
What do you think is going to happen? What do you think the verdict's going to be when it comes to the sentencing? Do you think she's going to serve a day in jail, minimum a day, or she going to escape jail time?
I feel like this is her second offense that I know of for sure, and I cannot see her doing jail time, but I could see her doing house arrest. I could probably see house arrest. If anything, if her attorney can get her some house arrest.
Well,
so
the reason why I don't feel as bad as everybody over here trying to feel bad for Karen is Karen told us to our face that she would be vindicated, knowing that this footage was out, because she tried to get the footage scrapped from the record. Yeah. So like, you knew that you was wilding. So I'm like, if you don't feel bad for you, it's kind of hard for me to meet you where you're not at. Yeah. So she got to admit where she is. I think at the end of all of this, what is my sister name? Sharice? Yes. She was right. I know y'all don't like Sharice, and y'all go do everything in y'all power to not give her a flute. Okay. But guess what? I think, truth be told, what will wake up next season, because I don't know if Karen will be able to shoot next season. Yeah. I think we should give Sharice a flute.
I disagree.
In replacement of Karen. And that will wake up the Potomac franchise. I know y'all don't like Sharice, but Sharice haven't lied yet. Listen here, a drunk knows a drunk. So, I'm
because she got a whole champagne room, don't she?
Listen here, man. I'm just saying. She like, listen here. I know some things, the things that she alleged that Karen did in the bathroom and things of that nature. Sharice haven't lied yet. You get what I'm saying? But let's get into this episode. Let us know what y'all think about the whole Karen verdict and the whole debacle that's going on with her and things of that nature.
Exactly. So jumping in, Jacqueline is here bringing the 8 balloons to the Love Lagoon. 8 balloons for each citation. They are pink heart-shaped balloons.
Now listen here, I am hard on Jacqueline. Right? I even said give her a flute so she could be Karen's punching bag. That's what I said. The new Robin, basically. Right? I gotta give Jacqueline her respect. Okay. This was a good housewife move right here.
It was.
A good reality TV move right here. 8 balloons for the 8 citation. Mia was laughing before she even got it out. Yeah. Because she knew it was funny and she knew what she was going to do. Hell, I gave her the address. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. So Karen kicks Jacqueline out.
Of course.
Ray's walking Jacqueline out. Karen saying, keep your hands off that lady. Jacqueline says that she can stand on the street because this is the street. Karen don't own the street. And Mia was like, honestly, Karen don't even own her house. She's renting.
Wow. I like, you know, Ray always gotta have his one-liners. He said, do not let this pooch in here. Yeah. Basically take your dog too, you know what I mean?
So Karen thinks that Mia is using Jacqueline as a puppet. Okay. Mia says Jacqueline was in the area. She just said she might stop by. Mia wasn't going to stop her from doing what she wanted to do. Mia, you helped her.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Stacey does not believe that Jacqueline was coming in love.
Thank you, Stacey, for basically spelling out the whole scene for us. She was basically like, oh my goodness, she came over with balloons 8 for every citation. Oh my God, we saw the scene, Stacey. Okay, yes. Thank you.
And as the mermaids are getting out, Ray talking about he upset that he didn't get a chance to swim with them, and they said maybe we can come back and swim.
He said, "Oh,
Karen will not allow y'all to come back and swim."
Listen here, Karen may not be there, Ray. So as far as I know, while Karen may be gone, maybe serving some time for the community.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Maybe Ray can call the mermaids back and help her find her flipper, because he said, "Oh, you lost a flipper." You know what I'm saying? Listen here, man, Ray. I ain't gonna hold you. As much as Karen put you through and things of that nature, and I understand with your tax thing, with the whole thing that Karen helped you with, you consider that paid the way that you was looking for that license in her purse, and she had you outside after 10 o'clock with the cops. I think they should call it a blank slate. Say, babe, you know what? We paid each other debt off. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I helped talk to the cops for you. You helped pay my taxes.
Right.
Don't bring it up no more, Karen.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So Mia gets into the pool.
Yeah.
Now, the ladies are getting ready to go to Panama.
Yeah.
Mia's daughter is helping her pack, and her kids will be with the nanny. That is important for us to know later down the line.
Keep that in mind, yep.
All the ladies get to the airport. Gizelle asks if they've been arguing, and Karen doesn't need to argue. They need to argue.
Okay, Karen.
And Karen thinks that some of the new ladies need an OG check.
Who has Gizelle ever checked on the show?
Nobody, really. I don't even know if she be trying, because she get the mute when it's time to actually check somebody.
So I'm like, maybe Karen can check somebody, but I'm like, Karen, you may need another partner in the check-in.
She tried to check Wendy for looking at her daughter, looking at her, thinking that she was looking funny when she was talking about her daughters. But I'm like, Gizelle, she be picking and choosing. So anyway, they arrived to Panama. It's a 2-hour ride from the airport to the resort.
Yeah.
Ashley talked about she has some spider senses when it comes to TJ. She does not see the chemistry between Stacey and TJ. And Kay talked about how the kiss they gave each other at the Love Lagoon was a Christian kiss.
It was a Christian kiss. I liked it. It's okay.
So Stacey thinks he's wonderful, but she is not in a position for a romantic relationship until she gets the divorce.
You think?
Now, Karen is confused because the way you talked about him was that y'all were in love with each other. TJ made her feel like he didn't want to be in a relationship with her from what Karen could see. Stacey says that we're moving from concern to ridicule because of what's going on with their men or lack thereof.
No, Stacey, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that, because you know what happened? Obviously, whatever you felt, you didn't give TJ the lines, because when the women was ridiculing you or whatever you call it at the party at Karen's house, TJ was the one who was like, I agree.
Yeah.
So basically,
he's like, we're not together.
We're not together. So it's like, I agree. And I'm just like, he embarrassed you. And now you want to make sure that he don't get no more camera time on this season. And to that, I say, thank you. Okay.
It's been very TJ heavy.
Yeah, I'm just like, thank you. Okay.
Mia tells the ladies that she is proud of them, Stacey and Ashley, because of their divorces. It's hard, but they are also great mothers.
Okay, Mia.
Ashley likes Josh a lot. She hasn't liked someone this much since Michael. She talks about how they had dinner last night. He took her to the airport this morning. They had a little bit of fun in between.
Hey, I ask you, and I'm talking to Blair.
Yes.
Any Ashley notes you have, skip over it, please.
Will do.
I don't want to hear nothing about Ashley.
All right.
Thank you.
So they get to the resort. Wendy distributes the room keys. Wendy put Jacqueline, Karen, and Ashley in the villa because she chose chaos.
Okay, I like that.
Villa. Wendy and Kiana are sharing a room.
Okay.
Stacey and Gizelle are sharing a space because Wendy thinks that Stacey will get on Giselle's nerves.
And she will.
Well, Karen is going to sleep upstairs in the villa because of the circumstances. She wants a little bit of space between her and Jacqueline.
No, don't sleep upstairs. Sleep downstairs with Jacqueline.
So the ladies get to dinner. There are dancers. They get to dancing with the dancers, and then the devil makes an appearance, and we see Karen dancing with the devil. Apparently, he gravitated towards Karen, is what they say.
Wow.
She says the darkness is upon her, and Jacqueline is the darkness. Gizelle talks about how the 8 citations things was pretty messed up, how you came to her house to do that.
I liked it.
Can I say what one person said in the confessional?
What did one person say in the confessional?
Gizelle, remember how we went to Karen's house with the pizza? So, Gizelle, how she do picking and choosing?
No. Y'all like Gizelle this season, right? Y'all like Gizelle this season, and guess what? Y'all want Mia gone, right? I didn't forget. I'm gonna make that video. I'm gonna show how all of y'all are hypocrites. Okay.
Well, look, I'm not a fan of Gizelle, even if she want to put an act on this season. She's shown herself to be herself.
Yes, thank you.
Jacqueline says that y'all didn't allow me to speak from the heart. The pink heart symbolized a release from the citations, so it's not heavy on her heart or her spirit. She wanted to extend that olive branch to Karen.
I like that.
Gizelle says that that's not the energy you came with.
Well,
Jacqueline explains that Karen and I have a bond, a friendship that we've cultivated. She came in peace, love, and light, even if Karen doesn't want to receive it. Karen is looking confused because friend where?
I ain't hold you. Jacqueline is winning me over this episode.
She trespassed at her home. She does not take that lightly, and she has begun the process of pressing charges.
Whoa.
They're talking about, okay, so what are the charges? Like, what exactly? And Karen says that we're looking into the charges. So, Karen, you got enough.
Karen, don't have them cops come over to your house and then end up arresting you. Okay, because you talking about I want to press charges against Jacqueline for trespassing and like releasing balloons in like the earth and things of that nature. They may come and you may thinking they coming to do work for you, but they may say, actually, we coming to get you up out of here. And you over here talking about some clink clink. Listen here, man. You are giving your adversary so much ammo to use against you.
Yeah.
And guess what? I love it.
Karen lets her know you came to stunt, and stunt you did. Mia says, honestly, there's a lot worse that she could have done. They don't know why. They're talking about why people would do worse things to each other.
Yeah.
So Jacqueline apologizes for trespassing, but not the message, because apparently it was from a pure place. Karen believes that Mia gave her the address. Gizelle turns to Mia and says, look, it seems like you're lashing out. We don't bring up children. You brought up mine. Sneaking boys in as a teenager is par for the course. Gizelle did it as a teenager. If she presents her daughter as perfect online, then they are mother effing perfect. Mia doubles down, saying that Gizelle likes to put up a highlight reel like she and the girls are perfect when they were sneaking the boys in. So she's like, I'm standing by what I say. Y'all aren't perfect either.
Yeah.
And Ashley was, oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Somebody at the table said, you got a highlight reel as well that you're putting out there. But Mia's point is that she's not questioning them on their personal lives.
Now, stop right here for a second before Wendy give her great response, right? Allegedly, based on what's going on online, they said that Mia doubled down and called Gizelle daughters allegedly whores and things.
And they got it to be edited out.
They both begged to edit it out, Mia and Gizelle, right? Here's the thing about it, right? I know what Gizelle was trying to do in this scene. Gizelle was trying to do her famous, I'm going to call you to the center as the leader of the show, and I'm speaking out and you're lashing out. And one thing we don't do is we don't bring up kids. And that is why, so everybody can get behind her and things like that. And in an attempt to get her off the show. Because remember, we always heard those lines of, she's dead to me. You get what I'm saying? And you know what comes after that? They go try to freeze Mia out.
Right.
But you can't freeze Mia out because Mia's the only one giving us a storyline this season. Literally the only one. And I understand people may not like the storyline, but I 100% see what Mia is saying when it comes to, hey, you have a real life that you are not presenting on the show. You are giving a fabricated life when it comes to you and your kids, and you make your kids the storyline. Kids are not off limits, right? Now, calling them whores and things of that nature, we ain't got to go that far. You are playing a role a little bit too much. You get what I'm saying? You don't got to call them that because they are still young and they still got a future ahead of them and things of that nature. But I agree that Gizelle, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, over 7 seasons, you have not shown anything of yourself. And I think to actually like throwing on Mia as if it's like, you know, my kids are perfect. If I want to show them as that, I think what you attempted to do, it failed miserably, Gizelle, and Wendy called you out on it, in my opinion.
And Wendy does call Gizelle out on the fact that, you were getting at me when it came to a look that you thought I gave. Wendy doesn't get the double standard, but Gizelle says the difference is that she considers Mia a friend, and Wendy and her were not talking at the time.
Whoa.
Jacqueline's point is, did you want to pause on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. When confronted, Gizelle, when you're being a hypocrite, right? You have nothing to say to that, right? The whole point is Mia actually insulted your kids.
Yeah.
Right? You thought that Wendy insulted your kids by a look, and you had all this fire.
Right.
You had all this anger. You had all these justifications of why you're treating Wendy and all these things. But with Mia, for someone that actually did it and you saw it come out of her mouth, now all of a sudden you're dealing with her with kid gloves. I'm like, oh yeah, like for me, I say Gizelle. I always felt like she should have went last season because it gives this series a whole reboot. But I'm like, I see what they mean when they say like you're being a hypocrite and you're not being fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Jacqueline stands up for Mia, saying that Mia is navigating a lot. You guys don't understand.
Yeah.
Mia explains how she was raised in an untraditional way. If you're showing up, then you're going to get a Happy Father's Day, because she did post a Happy Father's Day post to Mr. Inc. from the kids on her social media.
Okay.
She is doing her best at navigating based off of Gordon's ups and downs.
Of course.
Karen has a sympathetic heart to her and says that you're not alone. Let us help. Mm-hmm. Wendy respects where Mia is at and how much she wants to reveal. She's not going to kick her while she's down. My only thing to that is that I'm getting really tired of them using Gordon's mental illness as just a reason for why Mia does the things that she does.
That's true.
Why she's going through so much. And I'll put it this way. Dealing with someone with a mental illness can be a lot, mm-hmm. but it feels like it's becoming a thing of, well, look what I have to deal with. He's so horrible. He's so this, he's so that. If you're really there for somebody who's going through something, it doesn't need to be brought up every single time you talk about your situation. It just kind of feels like you're not really there for them. Like, you're there for them, but it's also going to be something that you'll throw in their face and throw in front of an audience that, like, oh my gosh, I got to deal with this every day. Mm-hmm. You know? So, I don't know. What do you think about that?
I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But the only thing I have to say to that is the only reason why I don't feel no sympathy to that point is because these are things that Gordon has brought out. These are not things that Wendy has exposed. I mean, not Wendy, that Mia has exposed about Gordon.
I just feel like she's doing it too much.
I understand that. And my thing is, I think the reason why it also feels like a lot outside of it being a lot mm-hmm. is that there's no other story to this like season that can kind of like add to Mia's story. There's literally no other story that's going on. No one's talking about the Karen thing, which is crazy to me, right? Every episode, I will be hammering Karen on these citations every episode, right? So Karen don't want to talk about her storyline. Wendy really never have a storyline outside of her just being successful. You get what I'm saying? Gizelle don't have a storyline. Ashley don't have a storyline. Stacy don't have a storyline outside of TJ. Kiana is failing as her first season as a housewife of Potomac and things of that nature. No one is giving us anything. So it feels like a lot because every time Mia is on the screen, that's the only story we get. And it's not compounded with nothing else.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we know whenever Mia talks, it's going to be about Gordon. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is, we're going to get a lot of Mia scenes because that's the only story we got. So I think as much as that is a Mia problem, I also think that's a production problem, and that's a cast issue where we need to talk about. Y'all need to start sharing some things about your lives, or we need to put Married to Medicine first and put this show after. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So
it's the next day. Karen took a picture for Jacqueline just to try to extend an olive branch about them possibly having an olive branch in the future.
Okay,
the ladies are eating breakfast. Wendy presents gifts to everyone, mm-hmm. and she gives them some rum in a Stanley cup. Mia is talking to her mom on the phone. Apparently, Gordon did not like that the kids were with the nanny.
Yeah.
So he picked the kids up, drove them 4 hours away, and dropped them with their old nanny. He's not answering the phone, so Mia doesn't know where he is. She doesn't really know where the kids are, and she's having a little bit of a freak out moment.
Yeah. And if that's true to what happened with Gordon, I don't even understand the logic in that.
Yeah.
Why are we going to the old nanny that's not the nanny no more?
Yeah.
Instead of the nanny that we pay.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What is your overall thoughts on this episode?
I don't know.
Exactly.
It just was.
Perfect explanation. Perfect explanation. It was just
yeah.
It was okay. Yeah. It started off funny with the Jacqueline thing, but then it was just like
right.
You know, that's what I feel about this season. I have no problem with, and just in case we have any Ashley fans, I don't think we have any Ashley fans. I have no problem quoting if Ashley says something, but we're not going to review Ashley scenes. We're just not, because every scene so far has been her in her kitchen. Her son's been on that countertop and things of that nature, and she's just talking and talking and talking about this divorce that was supposed to happen 4 seasons ago.
Yeah,
I just rather not repeat myself and things like that. But if Ashley got a quote or something like that, I have no problem saying the quote. But the whole thing now, she got a new boy toy and things like that. We've seen this before. I'm tired of people using these boy toys and things like that as a story when we know they're not really in these relationships, Gizelle and Ashley.
Yeah.
Give us your life.
Right.
Because we're paying you money for the life. That's all I'm saying. As hectic as Mia's life may be, listen, it's her life. I have no problem. Listen, I know y'all may say, Mia, you're not being a good mom. You're not protecting her kids. Listen here. She talking bad about her own kids. It's her kids.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't get with Mia.
Listen, I can't. Honestly, I can't either. But I can respect out of this cast. She's definitely first chair.
She's working. I'll give her that. She's
working. She's definitely first chair, and that just shows how bad the cast is. Not so much that Mia's doing a great job. It's just like Mia's just doing a job.
Yes.
Basically. Let us know what you think about this episode. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Listen here, man. We will be releasing some episodes tomorrow. Those just going to be some type of deeper conversations episodes. But Merry Christmas to everybody who's watching this today and tomorrow and things like that. If you celebrate it, if you don't, Happy Wednesday. You get what I'm saying? And we see y'all next time.
Bye.